Welcome back to Truth Over Trinity podcast. Today we're diving into a fascinating story that connects science with revelation. So tell us what exactly happened in the early 1980s with one of the world's leading embryologists.
In the early 80s, one of the world's top embryologists, a man whose textbooks were used in medical schools worldwide, was at a medical conference in Saudi Arabia. During that conference, some scholars approached him with an unusual request to examine certain verses of the Qur'an about human development.
That's interesting, but how did he react?
He wasn't Muslim, and of course, as a scientist, he was trained to be skeptical, but he was curious, so he agreed to take a look, and that decision changed everything.
Changed everything? How so?
When he opened the Qur'an, he found verses describing human development in the womb. One verse in Surah Al-Mu'minun said, "We created man from a drop of fluid, then from a clinging clot, then from a lump of flesh, partly formed and partly unformed." He froze when he read that. These weren't vague words. They matched exactly what he had observed under the microscope. The drop, the clinging embryo, the chewed-like lump.
That must have surprised him a lot.
It did. Then he read another verse. This one described the embryo being formed in 3 layers of darkness. He immediately recognized it: the abdominal wall, the uterine wall, and the amniotic sac. And he thought, how could anyone in the 7th century have known this?
So he kept investigating?
Yes. He compared more Quranic verses with modern science, and everywhere he looked, the descriptions were precise. No contradictions. Finally, he concluded, and he even said publicly, "It is clear to me that these statements must have come from God."
That's powerful. And who was this scientist?
His name was Dr. Keith Moore. He was so impressed by what he discovered that he added these Quranic verses into later editions of his embryology textbook, the very book taught to medical students worldwide. For the first time, revelation and modern science were side by side in a medical text.
Incredible. So what does his story tell us?
It tells us that the Qur'an isn't just a book of faith, it's divine knowledge, timeless and true. Human science has limits, but the Qur'an comes from the one who created knowledge itself.